Hello students, welcome to Sri Jayendra Rank Zone. Hello students, welcome to Sri Jayendra Rank Zone. So basically we are discussing about the chapter haloalkane and haloarine. So basically we are discussing about the SN1 and SN2 reaction. So we are going to discuss about the SN1 and SN2 reaction. So basically we are discussing about SN1 and SN2 reaction. See what happens in SN1 and SN2 reaction. Basically, we have discussed about each and every feature of SN1 and SN2 reaction in the last lecture. Now we are going to discuss about some questions related to SN1 and SN2. See, if a compound given like this is basically the cyclohexane. On this carbon atom, two groups are there. One is hydrogen and one is CH3. While on this carbon atom, again there is hydrogen and there is leaving group which is Br. There is leaving group which is Br. When we add aqueous NaOH, in presence of acetone, acetone is basically CH3, C double bond O and CH3, and this solvent is basically polar aprotic solvent. This solvent is basically polar aprotic solvent, and we know polar aprotic solvent favors SN2 reaction. Polar aprotic solvent favors SN2 reaction, and in SN2 reaction there is Walden inversion occurs. So in SN2 reaction there is Walden inversion occurs. So you can say Walden inversion occurs in SN2 reaction. So there is Walden inversion reaction. Now see, Walden inversion occurs. So how Walden inversion occurs? We can say this is basically Walden inversion occurs. So we can easily say the nucleophilic part is this one, OH minus. So nucleophile attacks which is OH minus, and this is basically the leaving group. Partial negative on bromine and partial positive on carbon. Now this nucleophile OH minus will attack on the carbon atom, and again there is Walden inversion occurs. So the product obtained after the attack of nucleophile, this group will remain same. Now OH will come above side and hydrogen will come to below side. So you can easily say nucleophile is in opposite to that of the leaving group. This is nucleophile. Therefore we can say in this case when SN2 reaction happen, so there is inversion occurs. There is inversion of product occurs. Now see the another question related to, so this question basically related to SN2 mechanism. So we have identified by the polar aprotic solvent, and also this is a strong nucleophile. And also make a note, strong nucleophile always favors SN2 reaction. So strong nucleophile always favors SN2 reaction. So this is clear to all of you. Now see the next question related to this. So next question is basically this one. Like this. This is the compound and two types of bonds are there, like this and like this. So this one is basically the solid bond means wedge bond. This one is basically the dash bond. At this position there is H, and at this position there is Br, and at this position there is Br, and the reaction takes place. Reaction takes place. You can also say, you can also say when the reaction takes place in presence of, when the reaction takes place in presence of Na plus and S minus attached with pH, and reaction occurs in presence of DMF. Reaction occurs in presence of DMF. What is DMF? DMF is basically dimethyl. DMF is basically dimethyl formamide, and we know DMF is basically a polar aprotic solvent. This is basically a polar aprotic solvent, and we know polar aprotic solvent, and we know polar aprotic solvent favors SN2 reaction, favors SN2 reaction, and in SN2 reaction inversion occurs, and in SN2 reaction inversion occurs. So in SN2 reaction there is inversion. Also, this part is basically the nucleophilic part, and we know negative charge nucleophile are stronger. We know the negatively charged nucleophile, we know the negatively charged nucleophile are stronger. The negatively charged nucleophile are stronger. So these types of nucleophile are basically strong in nature, and we know strong, we know strong nucleophile, we know strong nucleophile always favors, strong nucleophile always favors SN2 reaction. Strong nucleophile always favors SN2 reaction. Now, what happens? So this bromine will be the leaving group. So this bromine will be removed, and nucleophile is S minus pH. This will attack, but inversion occurs. But inversion occurs. So the product will be like this. Product will be like this. Again, draw both types of bond. One is solid bond and one is dash bond. So I am drawing again this solid bond, and this is basically the dash bond. Basically what happens? Inversion occurs. So after inversion, when leaving group removes, this nucleophile will comes, when leaving group removes from the dash position. So nucleophile will come from opposite plane on wedge position. So nucleophile is SPH. So SPH will come at this point, and hydrogen, there is inversion, so hydrogen will come at the dash position. So this is basically the inversion, inverted product, followed by, so this mechanism is basically SN2 mechanism. So you can easily differentiate between SN1 and SN2 reactions. Now see the next example related to this. See the next example related to SN1 and SN2. See, if question is given like this, if question is given like this, in this case, this is basically the benzene. This is basically the benzene. And on benzene, Fischer projection is given. One of the atom is hydrogen, one of the group is CH3, and the another group is CH2Cl. Another group is CH2Cl. Now, when the reaction occurs in presence of SbCl5, I have already explained this SbCl5. This SbCl5 is basically a Lewis acid. This SbCl5 is basically a Lewis acid, and Lewis acid favors SN1 reaction. So SN1 reaction is favored by the Lewis acids. It means in the first step there is formation of carbocation. In the first step there is formation of carbocation, and This formation of carbocation also will be the RDS. RDS mean rate determining step. So this step also be the rate determining step. See now what happens when Cl removed. When Cl removed, then there is a formation of carbocation. When Cl is removed, then formation of carbocation occurs. How? See, so this is basically the hydrogen. This is CH3, and the carbon and the positive charge will comes, and the positive charge will comes on this carbon atom. Now you can easily see this is basically the 1 degree carbocation. This is basically the 1 degree carbocation. Now this carbocation can rearrange at this position because positive charge, when positive charge is present at this position, so this is resonance stabilized plus 3 alpha hydrogen atoms also there. Now we can see in this case what happens, because rearrangement is possible, so we can say because carbocation formed there and rearrangement is possible. Rearrangement is possible. So rearrangement is possible for carbocation. So what happens? 1,2 hydride shift will occur. 1,2 hydride shift will occur. When 1,2 hydride shift will occur, when 1,2 hydride shift will occur, then the positive charge, will come on this carbon atom on which CH3 group is there. So this will convert into CH3. So positive charge. So this is also basically CH3 group. When this hydrogen shift to this carbon atom, so this will convert into CH3. This will convert into CH3. Now you can easily see in this case 3 alpha hydrogens are there. 3 alpha hydrogen atoms are there, and also this is the resonating structure. So in this case resonance is there. Also 6 alpha hydrogen atoms are there. So this is the most stable carbocation. This is basically the most stable carbocation. Now what happens? Nucleophile attack in the fast step. Nucleophile will attack in the fast step. I am again drawing the same carbocation. The carbocation is basically this one. This carbon having positive charge, one CH3 on this and another CH3 also there, and positive charge is present on this carbon. Now the attack of nucleophile. Now the attack of nucleophile in the fast step. So SbCl will provide Cl minus nucleophile. So this Cl minus nucleophile will attack in the fast step. So the attack of nucleophile is the fast step. Now the final product obtained. Now the final product obtained will be, this is CH3, this is also CH3, and this is Cl. So this is the major product. This is basically the major product obtained. So you have identified by the reagent which mechanism will be followed. So SN1 mechanism will be followed due to the presence of Lewis acid. Now see the another example related to this. See another question. Again, the question is CH3, CH, CH3 and CH2 and Cl. When the reaction takes place in presence of anhydrous AlCl3. So this anhydrous AlCl3, you can easily see this is basically the Lewis acid. Because 6 electrons are there only. So octet of central atom is incomplete. So this is also a Lewis acid, and we know Lewis acid favors SN1 reaction. So in the first step there is formation of carbocation. So in first step there is formation of carbocation, but this carbocation form is basically 1 degree carbocation. The carbocation formed is basically 1 degree. As this is SN1 mechanism, so this carbocation can rearrange. The formation of carbocation is also a rate determining step. As this is 1 degree carbocation, so we can say rearrangement is possible. So rearrangement is possible by 1 comma 2 hydride shift. So rearrangement is possible by 1 comma 2 hydride shift. When hydrogen shifts from this position, this is first and this is second. So from second position hydride shift to first position, the carbocation form will be this carbocation, and this carbocation is basically 3 degree carbocation. This carbocation is basically 3 degree carbocation, which is most stable. Now in the final step, nucleophile is Cl minus. Now in the final step, nucleophile Cl minus will be attack on the most stable carbocation, and the final product obtained, and the final, so the attack of nucleophile is fast.